Hello there, my friend. Thanks for joining me today. This is going to be a really nice flow, and we're going to start this one standing at the top of our mats. So go ahead and meet me in your most beautiful Tadasana. Rooting down through the feet. Nice little bend in the knees. Tucking that tailbone, rolling the shoulder blades down the back body, palms face forward. Maybe closing the eyes down here if you feel safe. Just allowing yourself to feel the earth beneath your feet. Surrendering here to what is. Just taking a few rounds of breath. I'll take one more nice full round of breath here. We're just going to start with knocking on heaven's door here. So taking the arms a little further out and just beginning to go side to side here. Starting off really gentle, no bend in the knees, no hitting of the hips yet. Just allowing the body to become nice and warm here. Maybe keeping the eyes closed, or you can open them, whichever feels good for you. Continuing to be connected to the breath. When you feel like taking it a little deeper, you can start with that slight bend at the knees and maybe allowing the hands to graze the hips. And maybe taking it a little more deep here and really allowing the hands to come to those hips. Nice bend in the knees. Stirring up all of this beautiful energy. Thinking positive thoughts here. And we're going to come back to center. Feel the tingle. Feel the warmth. Go ahead and shift the weight over into the left, finding a gazing point in front of you. Go ahead and grab that right knee and go ahead and take the roll of the ankle. Maybe take the roll the opposite way. Beautiful. Big hug of this knee, pulling it into the chest, and then opening it out to the right. Left hand can come to left hip. Slowly back to center, and we'll release it. Beautiful. Go ahead and shift the weight over into that right foot. Pick up that left knee, and then take those ankle rolls one way. And then reverse that ankle roll. Beautiful. Big hug of that knee, pulling it into the chest. Open it out to the side, right hand to right hip. Back to middle. Slowly release. Let's go ahead and take an inhale with those arms up and overhead. Catch that right wrist and go towards the left. Inhale brings us back up, catching that left wrist over towards the right. And back up to center, hands reaching up, and exhale them down to heart center. It's going to take those hands down to come back up. This time we're going to slice through the sky, coming into a forward fold. Maybe finding some stillness here, or you could find a little bit of a sway left to right. You could also grab opposite elbows. Continuing to tap into the breath.
One more round here. Come up half lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, we fold and plant the hands. We're going to step the feet back into a plank. We're going to take the gaze forward, tucking that tailbone. Lowering down the knees and then the chest and the chin. Roll through into a cobra. And let's all push back through on all fours and come up into down dog. Once you get here, you can pedal the feet. You can find stillness. Just listening to the body and following its lead. Just making sure we're not collapsing into the shoulders, or really pushing through the hands here. And we come up onto the tiptoes. Take the gaze to the top of the mat. Big bend in the knees. And we're going to hop to the front. Inhale brings us up halfway. And exhale, we fold. Inhale, peeling all the way up to standing. Shoulders come down the back body. Palms face forward, head comes up last. Go and put that big smile on your face. Inhale those arms up. Slice through the sky on the exhale. Inhale will bring us up, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold, plant the hands, step the feet back. You can do knees, chest, chin, or we can chaturanga, up dog. Either way, we're going to meet down dog. Once again, just finding what feels good for you here. One more round of breath. We're going to come up onto those tiptoes, bring the gaze forward, big bend in the knees to hop to the front. Inhale comes up halfway. Exhale, we fold. Hands are on the mat. Going to take that right foot back. Little warrior 3 prep position. Continuing to breathe. Big step back. We're in a little runner's lunge here. Maybe finding a little rock forwards and backwards. And then we're going to plant that right hand beside left foot. Take that left hand up and overhead. Maybe reaching this left hand towards the back of the room. Really opening through that left shoulder here. We'll deepen the stretch in this left hip. One more round of breath here. Coming back around to center, we're going to come up into a hot lunge. Arms up and overhead. Really think about straightening through this right leg to get into that hip flexor. Really extending through that leg. Maybe taking your gaze up. Nice little back bend. Beautiful. Exhale the hands back down to the mat and step the left foot back to meet the right, down dog. Take a round of breath here. On your next inhale, that right leg's going to go up, 3-leg dog. Roll it forward. Maybe give that knee a kiss before we step it in between the hands. Lower down that back knee and rise up. Low lunge, arms overhead. Cactus those arms. Maybe take the gaze up. And hands come to the mat. Push back, half splits. Right heel digs into the earth. We'll take one more round of breath here. Beautiful. Roll back into that right foot. Tuck the back toes. And send this right leg back. Down dog. Roll forward into our plank. Take the gaze forward. Come up onto the tiptoes. Big hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll peel up to standing. Rolling the shoulder blades down the back body. Palms face forward. Beautiful. Inhale those arms down to come up. Slice through the sky. Half lift. Hands are on the mat. We're going to go ahead and send this left foot back. Warrior 3 prep here. Hands are on the mat. Big step back. Here we are, runner's lunge. Maybe taking that rock forwards and backwards here. Left hand plants beside right foot, right hand up and overhead. Maybe reaching that right hand towards the back of the mat. Big opening, big stretch in that right thigh. Right outer IT band. Beautiful. Arm comes back around. Next inhale brings us up. High lunge, arms up and overhead. Really thinking about that hip flexor stretch in that left thigh here. Maybe taking your gaze up. Maybe taking a slight back bend. And hand comes down, frame the foot, step it back. 3 to down dog. We'll just take a round of breath here. Next inhale takes that left leg up. 3-legged dog. Roll it forward, maybe give that knee a kiss before we step it in between the hands. Lower down that back knee, rise up, low lunge, arms up and overhead. Maybe taking those arms into cactus, taking the gaze up. Hands come back to the mat, push back half splits. Coming back to the breath. Take one more round. Beautiful. Come back, tuck the back toes, send this left leg back, down dog. Take another vinyasa, roll forward, plank. Look forward, you could do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga up dog. We're all gonna meet back, child's pose. Hands reaching forward. If you wanna take wide-legged child's pose, you can do that. Just coming back to the breath here. I'll take one more round. Slowly walking the hands back. We're going to come in for some Camel. So go ahead and come up onto your knees. Hands to the small of the back here. Tucking that tailbone, lifting the chest. And go ahead and send those hips forward. Gaze goes up. If it feels good, you can bring your hands to your feet. Maybe taking that gaze behind you. One more round of breath here. Slowly bringing the hands back to the small of the back and then sending the hips back, coming back into our child's pose. Big round here. One more round of breath. Slowly we're going to peel up. We'll mermaid those legs over towards the right. We're going to come down to our backs. If you want to rock and roll with me, Now is our fun time to rock and roll. We are going to meet in just a normal ab workout position. So we're going to be on our backs, knees up, feet planted, kind of like a bridge position. And we're just going to do normal crunches. So hands behind the head. And on an inhale, we'll lift for 1, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Allow the knees to come over towards the right side. So we're going to get into this left oblique here, and we're just going to crunch up for 10 more. And on an inhale, we lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got this. 10. Beautiful. Take those knees over towards the left. So we're getting our right oblique now. And inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to center. Hug those knees into the chest. We're going to take shoelace. So we're going to take right leg over left. Maybe trying to grab for those ankles here or the feet, whichever you can reach for. If you can't reach for either, we're just pulling on these knees here. Wherever you are, just coming here. Coming back to yourself, back to the breath. We're going to release the feet, but we're going to keep the legs wrapped, and we're going to allow them to go over towards the left. Gaze goes to the right, maybe taking that right hand long, left hand on this right knee. 5 breaths. Next inhale, we slowly come back to center. Unravel that right leg. Recenter yourself, and then wrap that left leg around, picking up those feet and maybe grabbing for those feet and pulling towards your body. Slowly releasing the feet, taking the legs over towards the right here. Maybe taking that left arm out long, gaze follows it. Right hand, left knee. 5 breaths here. One more full round of breath. Back around to center, unraveling those legs. Take a big hug again, maybe giving your knees a kiss this time. hug, big hug. We're going to release it into Savasana. So enjoy this last little bit of tightness, the last little bit of strength. And slowly we're going to all come into our Savasana. Palms come out to the side, tucking those shoulder blades. Noticing the sensation, all that beautiful energy you've just worked up. Talking kindness to yourself, happiness, positivity, surrendering here to what is, knowing everything is exactly as it should be. Slowly begin to bring that awareness back into the body. Wiggling those fingers and toes. Rolling over into one side. We'll slowly all push up and meet in a comfortable seated position. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Our quote for today comes from an A. Tozer. They said the essence of surrender is getting out of God's way so that he can do in us what he also wants to do through us. Namaste. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And of course, I absolutely love the support. So please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Like this video, share it with your other yogi friends. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you back on the mat.